Howdy-o, Dickarinos, it's me, once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. I'm about to do another premiere draft in the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set. It's likely my last one because, you know what? We only got 9 days left of this format on the client, so this is probably even going to go out way earlier than everything else because, you know. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But more importantly, come on over to twitch.tv/DickRecord. Link in the description where you can catch me streaming video games, leather, crafting, and other assorted nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. With that out of the way... looks like we're ready already for pack one. Pick one. What are we getting? Oh boy, it's a whole lot of nothing. I want to say nothing, right? I'm not thrilled by anything here. Louis Su's sacrifice is like, not great. Fang is like okay if you already are in black-green, and possibly just better if you have vanilla. I just met Fang in the in Final Fantasy 13 also, so like that's fun. I just started playing that game. Choco-Comet's great. It puts us kind of in red. So maybe the correct choice is actually the suplex or the staff over it, but the Comet's not wheeling and neither is the suplex. So maybe the correct choice is actually just the staff, right? Because there's nothing else really like to put us in one direction or the other. However, because this is pack one, pick one, and we should take the best card here, the best card is clearly Choco-Comet. So we're going to take the Choco-Comet. Like a good old chocolate comet, right? So yeah. Let's grab that. Alright, so there's a Balthier and Fran. That's not great. There's a Crystal's Chosen. That's actually okay. Final Days is not bad. This is more of a black-green card, but you can still play it in like a blue-black or a green... a black-red deck, right? Because it adds to your board while also being a non-creature spell that also costs 4 or greater. The choice is not Balthier and Fran because it doesn't feel like there's a real vehicle deck. Which is like this card is I think just for commander. So for us it's between the Crystal's Chosen, which is a pretty good top end card. It costs 7 mana, but it adds like 8 power to your board at the very least, and if you have a big board it can possibly just make your board big enough to finally swing in for lethal, especially in a stalled out board state. There's also Call, the Mountain Chocobo, which is a very good card. Probably the pick here of all these because it allows us to stay in red. So yeah, let's take the Call. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's a huge... I don't know about Signal because this is only pack 1, pick 3. But the fact that this Dragoon's Lance made it this far down leads me to wonder, what did these other people take? It's obviously the pick here. It's one of the best cards in this pack. From Father to Son is like, I want to say unplayable. Because, again, vehicles are not good in this format. There's no vehicles deck. Dragoon's Wyvern's also pretty good. It wears equipment very well. Lionheart's not bad. Actually, if we had the Dragoon's Wyvern, the Lionheart would be a good pickup to go with it, because suiting up the Dragoon's Wyvern with the Lionheart means that you're swinging in for, what, 4 every turn? Yeah, that's not bad. We're going to take the Dragoon's Lance. This makes a 2-1 flyer that gets in a few times, and even if that thing dies, you can always just suit this up onto something else. So let's take the Dragoon's Lance and be pretty happy about that. Hoping to see the Rabanaster wheel. It's kind of a weak pack. Or the Lionheart, of course. Because that card, Dragoon's Lance, also wears Lionheart pretty well. Alright, so sticking to the best card in the pack thing that I mentioned earlier, I think we take the Memories Returning here. Reno and Root is just sort of eh. I've only seen this like get paid off once, and it was during a Numot the Nummy video. Reach the Horizon is good in the Landfall deck. Omega is good if you're trying to go towns, but like you don't take this early, right? Chocobo Kick's a great removal spell. Warrior Sword is a fine card in the blue-red deck because it's a 4-mana non-creature spell that adds to your board. It also gives you essentially a 4/3 creature, right? And you can always move the equipment around later. The Scorpion Sentinel here, I think the best card here is the the Memories Returning, possibly followed by the Scorpion Sentinel or the Chocobo Kick. But let's take the Memories Returning for now. Of the cards that I see here, this is interesting. So there's a Light Up the Stage. That's good for the aggressive deck, right? So like black-red, Wizard Ping, right? This is good. Oh wait, Rook Turret. I'm thinking of the 2-drop. We don't like that card. I was thinking about the Scorpion Sentinel, the 1/4 for 2. That's why I highlighted this first. I'm tempted to take either the Paladin's Arms or the Baron, Airship Kingdom. We are either getting out of blue or we're getting out of white. You know what I mean? So Paladin's Arms is kind of middling. Yeah, let's take it. I don't know. Ooh, okay. So battle menu's fantastic. Battle menu's fantastic. So we might actually get out of red, right? Or blue. Battle menu's fantastic. It's either a 2-drop that adds to your board. It's a combat trick that you don't use that. You can gain life off it, you don't use that either. Or it's a removal spell. So it's either a 2-drop or it gets rid of a massive creature. And I think we're going to take the battle menu here. Which means that we have 3 pretty good white cards, 2 pretty good red cards, and a really good blue card. Now this choice is very tough. There's an Opera Love Song, which is an okay combat trick. There's a Chichurn Merchant. There's a Shinra Reinforcements. This is probably the best card in the pack. Or possibly the X-Death, but I don't really feel any way towards it. Gubu Garden is also pretty good, and there's a Sabo Tender. If we're gonna play red, the Sabo Tender might be okay. The Chichurn Merchant, though, this is a hard one. I'm gonna take the Merchant, right? For now. Because it's very hard to tell where we're going here. Okay, so Syncopate's the best card here, for sure. There's also a Freya, which kind of plays pretty well with Dragoon's Lance and Paladin's Arms. You can tap it to... It's a mana dork for equipment. And there's a Syncopate. If we take Freya, we're gonna go into red-white, right? And that Suplex is not gonna wheel. The Syncopate is more of a control card, and the Chichurn Merchant's kind of a weak pick, right? So let's take the Freya for now. Lyso's Sacrifice wheeled because nobody wants it. And then everything else in this pack is kind of bad. like just kind of bad, right? Like, you know, Cargo Ship's okay if you're in the blue-white artifacts deck, right? Which is, I don't think where we're going to end up, simply because like Memories Returning is not going to be enough to like keep us here. Restoration Magic is interesting. I'm tempted to just take the Lysu Sacrifice, but the Restoration Magic might actually make our deck, so... there is a Cloudbound Moogle, which I guess is playable. There is a From Father to Son. Ooh, there's a Rabbinaster. I'd take that over From Father to Son, because at least we can play this. From Father to Son is not good. Magic Pot if we need a 3-drop, but I don't think we will. And Side Quest, play Blitzball. I don't think we're going to play this, and a Helgigus last pick. Sure. Sure. Actually, sure. Alright, so what we got here? Dragon of Mount Gulg. Crystal's Chosen again, and a Suplex. This is funny. So, like, this is a 6/5 flyer that allows us to play anything after we hit with it. There's also a Saz, who's my favorite character from Final Fantasy 13. He was my favorite card in this set for the longest time, and then, like, actually, I started playing Final Fantasy 13. This is our boy. I fuck with this dude. And there's a Crystal's Chosen. I want to take the Dragon, if only because it's good top end, it's a huge flyer, and it can close out a game. What do we do with all the treasure? I don't know. Maybe this Crystal's Chosen is gonna wheel, but I think we're gonna take the Dragon actually, and we're gonna put away the blue cards. Unfortunately, it looks like we're red-white for this final draft, which is an equipment aggro deck. Wind Crystal's not great. There's a Barnabas Tharmer, which is just Crown. Whenever your opponent casts a second spell each turn, draw a card. We can splash for this, right? I don't want to take the Wind Crystal, because this is like too slow. 6 mana to activate is like pretty bad. And outside of all these other cards, I would take either the Suplex or the Slash of Light. It's funny that 2 Suplexes came from that side, right? Or the Paladin's Arms. I think we can take the Barnabas here. Now, I don't know if that's like... Yeah, let's take him. Because here's the thing. If your opponent... This prevents your opponent from casting more than one spell any turn, right? Otherwise, you just draw a card. And they have to respect it because it's a 4/4 flyer with haste. Yeah, let's take that. There is a Queen Brawn. We don't care about that so much. There's a Slash of Light. I would actually like the Slash of Light. We want some removal. The side quest, play Blitzball. That's... What's funny is, like, this is the greatest side quest because it's the worst of all of them, I feel. It's the hardest to get going. Although, if you have a Hill Gigas, like, it might just get in and give itself double strike at the end of it all. But the correct pick here is the Slash of Light, because we do have a fair... We have 2, so far, pieces of equipment. And this scales with how many pieces of equipment and creatures you have. So we're going to take this. This is great for the red-white deck. Let's see. There's another Freya Crescent. There's this, the item shop keep, which actually plays really well in the equipment deck because this is very specifically a secret gold card. It's an okay 2-drop, right? It doesn't do much, but when you're getting in hard. You know what I mean? We could take another Freya Crescent. I don't know if we want a second Freya because Freya Crescent's a legendary creature. So I think I'm in for the first item shop keep, and the Freya Crescent might wheel. The item shop keep might also wheel. It doesn't feel like there's anybody really in red, considering that we got like 2 suplexes. And I don't know if those are going to wheel either. There's a Zell. There's also a White Mage's Staff, which is a great card. There's also a Gala Cat. So I think the pick here is not the Zell. I don't like Zell. It's good in the green... red landfall deck if you have things like Ride the Shoot Puff and Saz's Chocobo. The White Mage's Staff is also pretty good, just because it's a nice 2-drop, gains you life, and the equip cost on this is actually kind of low. It's for only 3 mana. Gala Cat would be a later pickup though, that I wouldn't mind getting. So yeah, let's take the White Mage's Staff and hope to pick up some more Gala Cats eventually, because the Gala Cats get better the more White Mage's Staves you have. This is not, yeah, that's a blue-red. Okay. Not much here. I'm gonna take the Laughing Mad. Not thrilled about this pack, though. Like, the Sabo Tender is just, like, not where we want to be. If we took the Zell earlier, or if we had the Zell, the Sabo Tender's value goes up, right? Because you're, like, constantly picking up and redeploying lands. I'm gonna take the Laughing Mad here. None of these are great. Oh, well, actually, wait, there's a Call the Mountain Chocobo, and there's a Charlayan, which helps us to cast the Barnabas, and there's also a Fate of the Sun Chris. Actually, I retract my earlier statement. I wasn't thinking. Fate of the Sun Chris is fine. It's fine removal, right? Destroys something outright. And it's any non-land permanent, right? But it costs 2 less if it's a tapped creature. But I think we're going to take the Charlayan, if only to help us splash for the Barnabas Tharmer. You know, the 5/4 flying haste creature. There's a Gala Cat. We're happy to see that. There's also a Mycelian Elder, which matters more if we're casting more non-creature spells, which we have a fair amount of, actually, between the all the equipment, right? But I think that the Gala Cat is going to be turned on a fair bit in this deck because of all the equipment. So getting a 3-mana 3/3 flying vigilance creature, I think, is worth it here. Let's see. Nothing great here. I'm going to take the Aerith Rescue Mission. It makes 3 tokens, or you can tap up to 3 creatures and put stun counters on them. Not thrilled by that. Likely gets cut. Crossroads Village is probably the pick for us. Can help us splash. None of these are great. Yeah, none of these are great. Right into the sideboard, baby. Lots of green going around. This is an Ignis. That's a late Ignis. Airship Crash. I'm just taking all the real cards here. And Bard's Bow, that's a late Bard's Bow. Bard's Bow is, like, not that bad. Actually, Fatal Push. Why is it this art? It should be the other art. That's so strange. There's a Samurai's Katana. Love to see it. Perfect card. I've won games just solely on the back of this one card. It's so stupid. 3 mana, 3/3 with haste and trample. And if you do anything else, it's very good. I was actually looking at taking the Warrior Sword, but the Samurai's Katana is pretty good. There's also a Summon Choco-Mog, which is more for the green-white deck, but it can give you the additional oomph that the red-white deck would need to get through and win games. There's a Phoenix Down, which I can't imagine wanting to bring back anything here quite yet. Let's take the Samurai's Katana. The Aerith Rescue Mission is also a maybe, so that's going in the maybe pile. There's a Tella. God, that's interesting because we can splash for it. There's a Sandworm. Okay, so the Tella we're not gonna likely activate very often, right? Right, yeah. We should stay the course. We should stay the course. I never got to play Tella. We should stay the course. This is really for the blue-red deck. Not for the I'm splashing it because I thought it would be funny deck. It costs the same as Crown too. Crown. God, that's a Tella. Oh god, I really should take either the Paladin's Arms or the Sandworm. We're taking the Tella, I don't care. It's just like there's another slash of light. I'm gonna continue to make bad decisions, I'm sorry. Let's take the slash of light. That's fantastic here. There's also like no other red or white cards for us. I never got to play side quest card collection, and I think this is gonna be my last draft, so womp womp. But this seems like a fun card. Yeah, let's take the slash of light. I'm not even interested in splashing like for any of these other cards, but the Tella, we have a few cards that set off the Tella. Wouldn't mind the Warrior Sword, the Choco-Comet. A lot of these equipment job select cards also just set off the Tella, and it makes it create a 1/1. If we cast a 4-drop though, like the Call or that's an infantry. I don't know if we take the infantry here. I don't think it's gonna like matter, right? It's the only card for us because like random encounter is not playable. Yeah, random encounter is not playable, and haste magic is also just kind of bad. I'll take the infantry. Maybe we'll see another. Fingers crossed. If we see another, good game, right? There's a Dragoon's Wyvern, which is a pretty good card. There's also a Zac Fair to help us protect. What are we protecting? These three, the Dragon, the Barnabas, and the... Alright, let's take the Zac Fair. It also makes them grow slightly, and I think it's a little bit better than, like, Dwarven Castle Guard. There's a Coral Sword, that's not terrible. There's a Snow Villiers, which is only equal to creatures we control. Or there's an item shopkeep number 2. Let's take the Snow, actually. Because I've seen this thing punch through really, really well. Right, and if we equip it with like the Samurai Katana, that'll feel really nice. Would like, out of all these, a weapons vendor or some more fixing? There's a Sarah Farron going late. I'll take the item shop keep because we thought about taking one earlier. There's a Rabanaster. Let's take the Rabanaster for now because it helps us to play the cards that we have. I can totally see us playing the Choco-Mog. There's a Sandworm. Sandworm can actually help us to hit our blue source by destroying one of our other lands to get a blue source. So I'm going to take the Sandworm. It's also a nice aggressive threat. Nothing for us here. There's a Haste Magic that we're likely not playing. Kutrub Furrier that we're not playing. And I guess we're just going to try to be very aggressive red-white. Is this a mid-range red-white deck? No, right? Let's see. Let's start adjusting things, so to speak. I think we got like 3 or 4 removal spells between all this. T-Cree plus job. I recently learned if you... Is it plus job? I thought it was plus job. Alright, whatever. T-Cree. I thought you can go T-Cree or job select to like get anything that has job select as well. How many of these do we get? Alright, so we got 4 job selects. Restoration Magic, I'm not thrilled by it. We have a Zac Fair as well, so I think we can cut that. I do not like side quest play Blitzball. It's funny that it exists. I don't think we'll ever get it off, although we do have some really aggressive like creatures, right? Between Barnabas, Hilgigus, Dragon of Mount Gulag, and the Sandworm. So maybe it works out. I don't like Aerith Rescue Mission, we're cutting that. Haste Magic is also gonzo. And how many creatures are we looking at? 14 plus the 3 job select creatures, sure. Our removal suite is Slash of Light, Battle menu, and a Choco-Comet, so that's 4 removal spells. Didn't see a white Aura Sight, need to cut 2 more cards. We probably don't need the Laughing Mad. That's the worst card out of all these. I don't like the Cloudbound Moogle either. I don't think it's a good card. And we have a lot of other flyers, so I'm going to cut the Cloudbound Moogle. We'll keep the Hill Gigas, though. And 2 shopkeeps. This is like 17 creatures already. 18, 19. I kind of want to play side quest, play Blitzball, but I don't think it's good enough. So I'm going to cut that. I don't think it's good enough. We have 4 blue sources. I think that that's too many. Let's cut one of them, because like the Crossroads Village will likely become a blue source, and make it 6, 8, 9 white sources, 8 red sources, 2, 3 blue sources. I think that that's fine. We'll find out together, folks, and we'll call that done. Let me look at the curve one more time, though. Yeah, all right. That seems fine. Oh yeah, cancel, hit done. I hit push the wrong button. We're gonna head into the first round, but before we get into that, while I have you here, while you're in this weird missionary space, missionary, oh god, I want to ask you, yes, you, dear viewer, could you hit that thumbs up button for me while you're listening to me babble and make up for this lack of anything that's happening right now? Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mom I said hi. And here's our first opponent. We're 0-0 going into round 1. You know, I really want to get... Ooh, we got a Freya. Okay. There's a dragon, which is our 6-drop. We can keep this. We have this. And if we could draw, like, something good, like a 2-drop or a 3-drop, that... We do have a 3-drop. I think we'll be okay. There's a 2-drop. Gonna want to be aggressive here, because our opponent's playing black. What was I gonna say? Oh, so, okay. Let our opponent play the shopkeep. I think next turn we can, Laughing Mad. We might have to pitch the dragon. Let's see if we start hitting lands, though. Bard's Bow. Okay. Samurai Katana. This has Menache and Trample and Haste, so it just gets in there, which is fun on a bun. Land would be great. I think we actually could just pitch the call, right? Final days. No attacks there. Okay. If I think we have to Laughing Mad away the... Let's Laughing Mad this away. Because I just need to hit lands. Attack with this. Give it Menace. Bonk. Sure. Grand Pulsal Chew. Albed Selvagers. Looks like our opponent's pretty D'd up. If I kill this, they likely... Because I can, like, Lance here, and then Slash of Light killed whatever is attached to the Bard's Bow. I think the correct thing to do is, like, attack with the Katana while it has Menace. And then leave up Slash, right? So let's attack with this. Give it Menace. Because if they get greedy and just, like, double block it, I can kill one of the creatures. And get to keep my, okay. Kill one of the tokens. I don't think that that's worth it. And I think I'd rather, well... Because the Dragoon's Lance is also going to have, like, Menache while it's out there. So maybe it's just okay to kill whatever, one of these tokens. Because we're really just trading one of our tokens for one of their tokens, right? Uh-huh. Sure. And then I'm going to play the Dragoon's Lance. And then we're going to end our turn here. We're going to leave up Slash of Light in case they do like a fight spell. Next. I don't think they attack here. Okay. I'm going to Slash of Light their Salvagers. Because then next turn I can put the This also prevents them from gaining more life off of it. I can put the katana on the Dragoon's Lance. It's already gonna have what's it called? Menace. Right. Now if they do have a removal spell here, that's bad, but they're trading a removal spell for a token. So I'm not like too worried about that at this point. And the Bard's Bow can't really block this. And realistically, we're kind of setting up for Dragon of Mount Gulg into massive Choco-Comet, which would be funny. If we connect with the Dragon of Mount Gulg, I think it's hilarious. Okay, so that kills that, sure. Alright, so if I send this in... They double block it, right? And I kill one of their creatures. I think I have to Choco-Comet here, actually. And I think I have to Choco-Comet the Cloud of Darkness for 4. Just so that I can keep getting in with this token. Because then this also lets us, when I play the Dragon of Mount Gulg, put, what's it called? The turn after, put one of these pieces of equipment onto it, so that it's also got... No, one of them's going to have Menace. Never mind. I guess I would put the Samurai Katana on it. So then it'd become an 8/8 trample, right? Okay. Opponent's got white mana up. But yeah, next turn it's Dragon of Mount Gulg time. What is this? Evil Reawakens? Fight on. Okay. And then Albed Salvagers, sure. Next, attack with this. Give it Menace. Here's a good time to do this. Because they only have like, they don't have any creatures in their graveyard, so Cloud of Darkness is just a 3/3 flyer, right? If they play something massive, we could just battle menu it. Alright, they're off it. Good game. We'll take it. Deck kind of did what we wanted it to. View battlefield. Would have liked to have connected with this while we had access to Choco-Comet, but it is what it is. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-0 going into round 2 with Jeskai, Meskai. We go first. Alright, we can keep this. We got the item shop keep into the Magitech Infantry or the Gallicat. We just need to draw some more lands. Okay, Grand Pulse Ochu. Sure. I think actually we're going to play this for blue. And then we're going to play this. Because this allows us to next turn fish our Magitech Infantry out. Wait, we only have one of these. Never mind, I'll trade. I left this in there. Why did I leave it in there? This is the worst card. Okay. Yep, sure. I don't mind them not having that in their hand anymore. I'll play the Gallicat. Spend our money, our mana wisely. Then next turn we can either double shopkeep. Dark Knight's Greatsword. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Because, like, they put this on that, they swing for 4. Or they don't know how to use that. Okay, cool. I don't think our opponent knows how to use the Greatsword. Sure. I'll trade one of these for Grand Pulse Ochu wearing a Dark Knight's Greatsword. Looks like our opponent is Abzan, and they have a 4/4. Sure. We have Fightin' Mad, block, and take 1. Alright, so Paladin's Arms is not bad here. And I think that that actually gives us reason enough to play a land here. I'll attack with this. Think. Now, how do I block if I do block? Ahriman. Okay. That's got the death touch, so that's important to note. I do think I want to block the Gigantoad. They used the combat trick already. If I double block the Gigantoad like this, they either have to use a trick or they only get to kill one of my creatures. What are the chances that our opponent has a second trick? I guess you use more tricks if your deck is just less good. Right? Alright, so we're gonna attack with Paladin's Arms. But yeah, let's attack with Paladin's Arms. Because it's gonna have Menace, so it just gets in. And then I'm gonna Laughing Mad pitch a Plains. To get these two. Alright. Now we have Slash, which is not terrible, actually. I'm gonna hold up Slash just in case they have a fight spell. Right, because like it's a great way to if they're just attacking, I'm just attacking. I don't know. I don't know if this is good for them. Alright, sure. My turn. Alright, so that gives us a thing to cycle away with Laughing Mad. I am gonna attack with just this creature. I'm gonna give it Menace. And if they double block, that's great for me. Because then I'll just play out the Snow Villiers. We already have a blue source, so I don't need another blue source. This makes it so that we have a 3/3 Vigi end turn, and we can play Slash of Light for a 4. Aerith. Okay. Alright. Aerith. Pass. This item shop keep giving all of my equipment, you know, what's it called? Actually been pretty good for us. I could fire off the Slash of Light. I think it's better to be, what's it called? Zac Pharaoh's a great top deck. We can swing in with these two. And if they try to kill my Snow, I just make it indestructible. I think that's great, yeah. And slightly larger. I guess not slightly larger, because we lose a creature. But we do get a token. They have two Death Touchers, though, which is, like, rough for me. Am I willing to trade these? Yeah, alright. Make it a 4/4 Vigilance. They probably should have sacrificed that, to that. Either way. Because this prevents their Aerith from attacking this turn. Buster Sword. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the flyer. How much does that cost? I'm gonna go to combat, and then I'm gonna kill it. They could equip it to Aerith. If they equip both to Aerith, we can still swing in. And I don't think they should... Actually, if they equip both to Aerith, right? They will gain life off of this guy. I think we just attack with... No, we don't attack with everything. We just attack with these two. Let's equip this. That makes this a 5/5. 5/4. They'd have to block this, so I'm going to equip this to this. Gain a life. That's got menace. And if they don't block, they die. So they have to trade for the snow. Yep. Now they gain 5 life here. Shame. It is what it is. But if they're only going to play like single creature... Oh, they're top decking. Alright, next. Tack, tack, tack. Yep. Gain a life. Menace. Good. Swing out. There's nothing with menace. I'm sorry, haste in green or black, I believe. Sure. 3/5 with reach. They could equip that, but then they're just dead to my... Sure. They can't equip the Dark Knight's Greatsword, can they? Oh, they can. They're going out on their own terms. Alright, good game. Listen, I respect it. I respect it. I wish I could do that more often in games, but typically, whenever I try to use a thing that costs me life when I'm at or below the amount of life that it would take to... Oh no, you have to pay 3 life. That's why. I tried to activate this once when I had 2 life. That's why it wouldn't let me do it. Never mind. Usually, that's what happens in my case. It's just like, oh, I don't get to go out on my own terms? Fine! Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 2-0 going into round 3 with Hsieh Tella. Yeah, Hsieh Tella. Let's go with that. This looks great, actually. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. We're going first, too, so turn 3 we can just swing in for 5. I think that'll be real good here. Alright, so staff. Next turn we're gonna play the katana. And just start getting in. And then after that, chocolate mog. No counter. I could cycle this for a land. Opponent's got Grixis-tron. Oh, wow. Take 7. If opponent does nothing to our board, they're dead. They have to have something here. Mycetian Elder. Fine. Okay, play this. I could cycle this, and I think I will after this. I'm gonna give this Menace next. Okay, so that's dead. That's dead. And they're gonna take 4. Sure. The priority pass leads them to believe that I have something, but I think we're gonna cycle the Hillgigas and go for the Choco-Comet finish if they can't do anything about our board. This has been like the most go-off I've ever seen this deck go off. Or we could just play Tella. Like, they haven't really done anything to interact with our board. A suplex... You know what? Actually, what was it? Light of Judgment wouldn't do it, right? Because it kills a creature and an equipment, but we still have, like, this for another turn. This gets to stick around, right? We've gained 3 life off of the White Mage's Staff. Sure. That's not enough. Pass. I'm gonna cycle this for a land. That gets them 1 blocker. Sure. We'll make this unblockable. Or not unblockable, but give it Menace. And they're still just dead. Yeah, good game. We didn't even have to Choco-Comet our opponent. Which would have been funny, truth be told. Here's our next opponent. Looks like we are 3-0 going into round 4. With Hsieh have everything, apparently. Wow. Okay. We can keep this. We're going second, so we don't get to have the same go-off turn that we had last match. We have a turn 1 Zac. Yeah, it felt like they were planning to play a Grand Pulse Ochu. I don't think we block that. We might slash it though, just to get rid of it, because I really... Okay, commune with beavers. Probably hit their second land drop. Oh, they have to reveal it too. Okay. I don't block if you attack. No blocks. Play the Freya. Next, I'll attack. End turn. And if they try to kill our Freya somehow, I can make it invincible or indestructible with Zac. This doesn't give hexproof, which I used to think it did. Fang, Fearless Lassie. Okay. Pass. No block. And then next turn we just play the Gaelic Hat. Pass. No block. Pay. It's time to pay us. Alright, so Dragoon's Lance is not bad here, actually. If I tap the Freya Crescent to pay for the Dragoon's Lance, I still can't play Slash of Light. Never mind. We just played our third land. I guess the best use of my mana would be to play the Gaelic Hat and just attack with this Dorcas. The Gaelic Cat can block the Fang, which is pretty good. And I would need another white source to land Slash, so I think next turn. Okay, side quest, raise a Chocobo. Uh-huh. Is this the fight spell that I was anticipating in your hand? They're looking at things. They're like, there's the Choco pick. Alright. It's okay. No blocks here. Okay, so Samurai's Katana. That's not bad. Yep. And I think we're just racing. I think... Okay, sure. I think this is an okay time to block the Ochu. Because I'd rather them not have it, and also because I don't... Oh no. There's this Dorcas Malorcas. I have to kill her now. I have to kill one of them. I think we just kill the Fang. They are getting some value here. If they take the Tonberry, it can't do anything for like 2 turns. Yep. Actually, I think we just kill the, we have to kill one of them. Let's cycle this. I need a land. I think because we're racing, it's more important to kill the Fang. They can get in for 4, and we're getting in for 4. If I pump the brakes here... No, we gotta get in. And then next turn we can Choco-Comet this thing and add to our board. Or maybe we Choco-Comet... Well, I guess it depends on what we draw, right? Because Choco-Comet creates a 2/2 that then can trade with this. So if we get another land, I can Choco-Comet kill this. But Tonberry is just like... It doesn't get to attack until next turn. Oh, do they have another fight spell? I guess if they pick up a land... Oh, Shambling Seath. Okay. Sure. Can we get in for 4, 5, 6, 7? No, we need something bigger than that. Okay. Opponent's like looking at everything like, Conceivably, I could also... no, that doesn't feel great. I think we need a land. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if we get the land, I can kill the Seath. I think we attack with everything first. Then I kill the Seath with the Choco-Comet. Because it does the most damage. And this leaves us a blocker. I can block their bird with our bird. Clash of the Acons. Oh no! That draws them a card too. Alright, that's probably GG. Mm-hmm. Because this is 6, 7. Oh, we're just dead. Yeah, good game. Ah, they got us. Yep. That was just a match of racing, and they got us. But it was correct to kill one of their larger creatures by virtue of the fact that they 100% had a fight spell regardless, right? Maybe it would have been more correct to... Well, they were already going to win that turn anyway. Maybe it would have been more correct to have killed the Fang because then they would have had one less card in hand. I guess one of the bigger issues here was that like it took forever for us to draw our lands. But this was a quick match. This was a real quick match. And by that, leave match. Here's our next opponent. We are 3-1 going into match 5. I almost said 4. With Jeskai, Agreskai. Okay, we can keep this. We have our blue source, we have our red source. We're going first. So I think turn 2 we play the lands, turn 3 we play the shopkeep. So we're playing this tapped. And I think, because we have more white spells, play this guy. We have more red spells in hand. We have double red spells, so I think we play this for red, actually. Play this. No counter. Alright, give it menace. Get on up there and hit him in the sky, baby. And I think with this hand... Well, I guess we could just play the snow, right? Because part of me is like, should I sculpt my hand for next turn such that we get rid of something we draw with Laughing Mad to hit some more lands? But it's like, what would I pitch? I could just play the snow and like hope to draw a land, right? And then the snow is going to be a 3/3 Vigi. Opponent is considering their options. There's Emperor de la Palamecia. We're not messing around here. Kill it immediately. Emperor of Palamecia can go off so stupidly that you need to kill it immediately. You have to. That is a kill on sight creature. I'm gonna attack with everything. And I'm gonna play the snow. Okay. Strange. Gives that vigilant. I'm sorry, not vigilance, menace, and then we'll play the snow. Use a 3/3 vigilance, and opponent's not really adding to their board, so this is probably for the better for us. Okay, Sahagin. We're leaving a mana. I'm gonna play the Sandworm and destroy one of my mountains. Just to make my draws a little bit better. And also because it's a hasty 5/4. And if they don't counter it, which they probably have Swallowed by Leviathan here. But this also lets us get in for the most amount of damage. Because they can't cast a 4-drop to grow this thing. This thing's getting in for free. Take action. We'll get a white source. And if they bounce our Sandworm, it's just like, alright, sure. Oh. It's just stuck. Alright. We still hit with everything else. How mad are they going to be if I play Tella next turn? Sure. They probably freeze down my token. Oh, they're going to draw a bunch of cards off of this Summon Shiva, though. Mm-hmm. Can't really attack with Sahagin. Never mind. That's a free attack, so they have to block. think they trade, yeah. Which means that they're not going to get the cards off of that, and they get to watch me play one of the cards that they probably wish that they had, Crown. And now they have to kill 2 things? Oh, that doesn't kill anything. That's wild. Yeah, good game. Because they didn't cast a single spell! They didn't cast a single non-creature spell. If they had like one... I wonder if they have enough density of spells in their deck. If they cast like a single non-creature spell, they would have been able to kill the Dragoon's Lance. But then they still have to deal with Barnabas Tharmer, right? Crown. Leaf match. Here's our next opponent. We're 4-1 with Jeskai aggro. Splashing some weird things and stealing games with them. Let's see. I think we actually play this turn 1 tapped and then go into this, right? Our opponent's going first, so we are going to be a little bit on the back foot, but I don't think we really need to protect anything with Zach right now. So playing a 2-drop into a 3-drop into another 3-drop I think is going to be molto bene. Plus, we have 2 pieces of equipment, so Galacat becomes a 3/3 flyer with Vigi. Also great. Keep it. Ship it. Play this. We can play that for blue later. Sabatend. Wow. Alright, so we have like a very aggressive hand here. They play land. If they attack, I think we do block, right? Because we're not really losing like a whole creature there. Okay. Play this. Actually, this is interesting. I think we actually play the Freya into the Zach. Because this gives us 2 blockers. And in case they try to destroy one, we can still, like, block the Queen Brawn, right? And then I think next turn we play the Galacat. Okay, resolve. Pass. Sure. Resolve. They get 3, no, 2 rather. Pass to blockers. Put this in front of that. 1 blocker. Sacrifice this to make this industriable. Okay, so that's a flyer. We're gonna play this for blue. And then we're gonna play the Paladin Arms. Because that just trades with the Esper token. And we'll attack with the 2/2. The token's more hard to interact with too because it has Ward 1. Summon Brynhildr. Okay. Gets them a land. Not bad. It's the best I've ever seen Brynhildr be. Ultros! Okay. Yeah, we trade. Make that trade all day, baby. Alright, so that's the Dragon of Mount Gulg. But we have a Galacat to play. Next cast a creature spell, it gets haste, but if they cast like... Oh, that gets haste, okay. The 1/3 with Hsieh. Now if they cast a 4-mana spell, they can tap down my Galacat for 2 turns, and that would be not great. But it looks like they're basically in top deck mode. I'll block that. If they have haste magic, that's a shame. You know what? Actually, no blocks, because that dies regardless. That dies regardless, and this just allows us to get in for more Damaggio. Let's see. What do you equip for? Equip for 3. I'm gonna attack with both. Gain a life. Bong bong. Play the infantry, which they will probably have to respect and kill, which is funny. And Galacats wear equipment so well. Yep. Okay. Sure. Sure. Yep. Ping me for 1. They get in for 2. If they attack with the Ultros, I just block it. Yeah. No blocks here. Okay. There's our second red source. So I could kill their Ultros. We definitely get in with the flyer. I think we hold off on playing the Choco-Comet. And I just play the Shopkeeper. And let them think that I have access to, activation for Magitech Infantry. Okay. Sure. Pass. Do I respect this Sahagin enough? I don't want to take this 5. Sure. Emperor de la Palamecia. Okay. Well, next we attack with these 2 dorks. And 1, 2 to the dome. Good game. Exaxes. It feels good to finally get to do the Choco-Comet to the face. At least for 1 match, you know? We could have tapped out. It's not like we were respecting a syncopate or anything. And, like, you know, knowing that they were going to go to 2, it's like, oh, well, we could just, like, dome them. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 5-1 with Jeskai Aggro in this final fantasy draft. Yeah, this is my last one. We're definitely calling it the last one. We go first. This hand's a little slow. We're gonna keep it because we're going first and I don't want to go down a card. We just need to draw threats. That's all. We get to draw threats, right, folks? Guys? Alright, like a land there wasn't helpful. Rides Shoe Puff? Okay. I would be tempted to cast Choco-Comet for 1, but I think I want to, like, be able to kill something like that. My turn. Okay, so Thalmer. 1, 2. Kill that. Get it for 2. Get a 2/2. Attack. And the next turn we just play Thalmer. And have 3 creatures out. Saz's Chocobo, sure. Becomes a 2/3. Sure. They have nothing in their hand. This Slash of Light is getting increasingly worse, but it is what it is. Gigantode? Sure. Oh wow, okay, so get that. And do I just kill the Saz's Chocobo, or do we hold on to these slashes? I think we hold on to the slashes for now. Opponent's playing like every color. Get rid of it now, because they target it with the thing. Wow, rude. Sure. Oh! Okay, resolve. That was bad for me. Yeah, that was pretty bad for me. I'm not going to play this last land. No attacks, end turn. I'm not going to play the last land because we have, what's it called? Summon Fatty Boombalatti, sure. Resolve. Yep. That Saz's Chocobo is going to become real big. I mean, not become, it is real big. Pass. I don't think we do anything about that. No blocks, we just take the 5 here. My turn. Dragoon's Lance is pretty good here. Actually. Are they just dead? Yep, they're just dead. It's got Menace. Bong. Xaxes. Good game. See, what did I tell you about Dragoon's Lance? Just absolutely silly card. Being able to jump something like that for... It costs 6 mana, but still. Getting a 5-2 and then it just immediately hitting them for Xaxes as they were turning the corner too. That felt very good. Leave match. It's our next opponent. We are 6-1 with Jeskai nonsense. Either our opponent's deck is absolutely busted or we are giga screwed because they are in the bronze. They mulliganed and I feel like I should mulligan considering they're going first. We're trying to be aggressive. Since they took a mulligan, I'll take a mulligan. Okay. This is better. We can keep this. And I think we actually ship back a mountain. No. Yeah, we ship back a mountain because if we need to, we can always just get one with Hail Gigas. And I think we're actually going to... Well, let's see what we draw here. Okay. I'm actually going to play the Freya here. Looks like they have Brainstorm. Or Magic... What's it called? Alright. Discard a card. We'll pitch the Laughing Mad. Alright. We'll play this. Attack with this dork. Hit him for 1. Next turn we can play the Island, play the Snow. Yep. Opponent's leaving up mana. Let's not play the Island. Let's just attack. Because they might have a Syncopate here. Yep. I think you Syncopate this, friend. Yep. Because it blocks that pretty well, and it just keeps getting in. Retrieve the Esper. Sure. Tella. Do we Laughing Mad here? I guess we still attack. Because we're going to have to take the 3 off of that. Maybe the correct play is to kill the Hekdives? No. End turn. I like my hand, but I can see myself cycling away the Hilgigas to hit land drops. So let's actually do that, because that allows us to leave up Tella in case we need, what's it called? Yeah. So I'm going to attack here, and then I hope they don't have removal or a combat. I'm sorry, not a combat trick. A counter spell here. It sounds like they do. Yep. Wild Rose Rebellion. Okay. Needed to get that out of their hand. That's fine too. Realm Sketching. They're trying to ramp. Sure. Play this. Play the Tella. I'll attack. Next turn, if we can cast, if they don't have removal, we can cast the Laughing Mad to get a token, 2 cards, and that'll be really good. Twist this trick. Oh, they're gonna copy our Tella, aren't they? That's funny. Yep. That's the most correct thing to do. Sure, no blocks. We're gonna cast the Zac. We're going to Laughing Mad. Discard the Galacat. Draw 2. Draw 2. Next. Attack with this dork. Hit him in the air. End turn. Retrieve the Esper. That draws them 2 cards and makes them a token. Yep. Sure. Pass. Sure. Pass. Block the token. Okay. My turn. Alright, so we're gonna call the Mountain Chocobo. Alright, get a mountain. We're gonna draw 2 cards. We're gonna make a token. It's a lot of card advantage here. Okay. We're gonna play Dragoon's Lance. That way we leave up another mana. And we have a flying 2/1. Okay. Then we're gonna get in with the Freya. End turn. We have a lot of cards here, but so could they. Ice Magic. They shuffle that into my deck, right? Alright, so this is not just indestructible. Alright, so we resolved that. Oh, they hit us for 8 with that. Oh my god, that was great. That's the first time I've seen an opponent do that. And with a copy of our own Tella. That was nuts. Did not expect that. Bravo, actually. That was a good one. That was a real good one. Our deck was a little bit slow, and pulling off the Tella play was like, I think that was gonna help us get in there, but like ultimately them hitting us for 8 with the what was it called? Where'd it go? This one. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sacrifice Tella, and it deals that much damage to each opponent, right? So this Ice Magic cost 8 here. Which means that they dome us for 8, we were at 7. GG, that's a good one. That was a good end. I like that. Ah, here's our next and final opponent. We're 6-2, going into round 9. The final round. With Jeskai Jank, I want to say. Ooh, we have a 1, a 2, a 3. This is a good one, we'll keep it. My kitty is looking super cute too. She's a very, very cute kitty. Very, very cute kitty. Prompto. Taken 2. No blocks. Bong. We play this. We play the staff. Attack with all. Bong. I don't think we block the Prompto again. And I think we just leave up. Well, we could just play Snow. Right? Suplex. Wow, rude. No blocks. That was rude, sir. We just play the the Snow. Their Prompto can't really do anything about him. Next turn we can play Zac. We have too many red sources. Opponent's looking at Snow like, that's a great target for Suplex. Yeah, sure is. Next turn I'd like to draw a white source, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Them suplexing the White Mage's Staff was correct, but also... Alright, they're gonna intervene on our Snow. Sure. Alright, so there's another one of those. And... I think we just play the Zac here. Zachary, end turn. Because we need to play one of these cards out, right? Next turn... Opponent's like 4 colors so far. Vaughn, okay. You're a scout, and you care about scouts. Top card of the players you may cast if you don't create a treasure token. Okay. I think we do block this and then, like, sacrifice Zac to make Freya slightly larger. Like, opponents thinking about it, too. They're like, And then next turn we could just slash a Blight Vaughn. Yep. Pass, block. 1 blocker. Sacrifice this, make her larger. This prevents the 2 damage. It prevents them from getting the top card of my deck. Dreams de Laguna. Okay. Yeah, that would have been bad. So my plays are kill the Vaughn. and then Magitech Infantry. Or I can Sandworm, destroy their Gongaga, but they already have a treasure, right? I think I'm gonna slash it now. Because I don't want them to get anything off that dork. And it does feel like we're racing, so I'd rather like race like this. Not gonna block with the infantry. They do have access to 6 mana. I think I will blow up my mountain to get a Island. Opponent has access to more card than we do by virtue of having access to Dreams of Laguna. They have access to 1 more land than we do. They are 5 colors, which is of note, which means it might actually be more correct for me to blow up one of their lands. Granted. Hillgigus, okay. That's not terrible, no blocks. Granted, wow, that is a Dragoon's Lance. Okay, I'll play this. Gonna pop one of my lands, actually. Yep. Get a blue source. Take action. Blue source. Attack. And attack? We're gonna take 5? Ugh. That's a lot of damage. This Hillgigus is pretty large. This is rough, right? Because like if I don't leave enough blockers behind, I might just be dead to whatever they top deck or whatever's left in their hand. I think it's correct to just hit him for 2 here. We might have to trade the Gigas and the infantry and this token for the Prompto. Although if I wait a turn, I can like play the Lance and then have access to Sorceress's Schemes. Intervention. Okay, that draws him, not draws him, that gains him another 2 life. Yup. Okay, sure. We double block here now. We gotta take the 5. And I need... what do I need? Choco-Comet? That's not even enough, right? Like, this is just cycle away, right? Play that, but that's all I got. Good game. Just didn't have it. They have something? Good game. Yeah, because we're just dead to this 5/4. It does 2 damage after trample. The Hillgigus is just like not big enough, right? And then being able to Sorceress's Schemes to get back the Sephiroth's Intervention was like, that was pretty good. I've never gotten a chance to play Sorceress's Schemes, right? But I was watching a buddy using it in like a red-green deck, and I thought to myself, like, that's not gonna be good. And then he kept getting back his Chocobo kicks. And I was like, oh wow, that's actually really good. So like in these longer more drawn out games, right, Sorceress's Schemes actually ends up just rebuying your removal spell. And they had what, 7 mana, but it gives you back 1 mana, so you could then just cast Sephiroth's Intervention. A Sorceress's Scheme is just basically 2 more copies of Sephiroth's Intervention in your deck. Yeah, that was good. That was real good. Leave match. All right, we were very close there, folks. We were very close there to the trophy. We were 1 away. Let's look at this deck real quick. I'm trying to remember what I first picked. I think it was the Choco-Comet, right? And we kind of stuck to it. We took like a few, I want to say like okay picks that were just sort of like, well, we should take that. I probably should have taken out the infantry. It just wasn't good enough. But like, I don't know what I would replace it with, right? Like, I'm not playing Side Quest Blitzball. I'm not playing Cloudbound Moogle, you know? But our mana was pretty good. Being able to cast Tella or fix our mana to play Tella and or Barnabas Tharmer every time just felt like we were able to do it, right? Samurai's Katana is an absolute house. This is the end of the format, but obviously this is not one of those cards that anyone should ever pass, ever. Same thing for Dragoon's Lance. These cards were just way too good in any deck that you put them in that could play them, right? It didn't happen this game, but there have been games in the past where it was just like, they're just letting me, they have no good blocks against this katana and they think I have a combat trick. So I constantly just would get in with Samurai's katana, or they would like not read it and then take trample damage while they're, you know, like 2-1 dies. And it's like, okay, you know, I don't mind that. Tella, finally got to play Tella, if only for one game, if only for it to kill me. By virtue of my opponent using ice magic to bounce mine, putting it into my deck to then dome me for 8. Woo! My god. That was good. That was some well played nonsense. And this Dragon of Mount Gulg got resolved and then never got to hit anything. I think it's still a huge threat, which is why, you know, the 6/5 flying dragon is just like, ooh, that's a problem. Yeah, it is. It doesn't have haste, but it does have evasion. That's fine. Hill Gigas is also like fine, you know. I enjoyed this format. I'm gonna record the farewell to the format in a minute, but you know, this is the quickest I think I've ever been able to also just go straight to 40 cards. Usually I have problems with like cutting like a last card or two. But even though it felt like we were in a lane, it also felt like our lane was contested. You know, I didn't get any suplexes, right? We saw a few going around, but obviously it's like those aren't going to continue. Oh, and Barnabas Tharmer. Everyone respected Barnabas Tharmer, this Crown Ludwig's Opus. It's silly to put outright commander cards in a format, but at the same time, like, you know, when you're playing them, it's just like, oh, now they have to like play differently, otherwise you draw extra cards. Yeah, on a 4/4 flying haste creature, that's just good in draft. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed my ramblings, like, share, subscribe, coming over to twitch.tv/dickrecord. Look out for the Farewell to the Format podcast, which probably will get posted earlier than this will, actually. Just how I roll, haha. But yeah, it's kind of warm out there, so stay cool, don't eat yellow snow, and remember, if you're not here, you're dickless, my friends. Have a good evening, folks.